Hey guys, we have done a ton of videos on APCs, cleaners to greasers, and when we test them, we basically look for cutting power, how strong they are, and then you can dilute them as you please from there. I also have a space in my lineup of chemicals for a more balanced APC. And what I'm talking about is, along with specializing in paint correction that we do daily, we also specialize in coatings, ceramic coatings, waxes that are infused with ceramic properties, and sealants. So we also want an APC that has balance, the perfect balance. Enough power to do some fantastic cutting, but also safe on waxes, sealants, and especially coatings. This is one of them right here, and I wanted to show you. A lot of you guys have some really good waxes, have some really good sealants on your car, but I'm sure you want an APC that you could spray on the front, get rid of those bugs in a jiffy, and not hurt that wax or that sealant or that coating. Well, we're going to take a look at the GTECHNIQ W5 citrus cleaner. It is a perfect balance of strength and yet subtle enough to let that wax or sealant or coating be as it is without tearing it down and stripping it away. So let's take a look at the product today. So here we have a bumper that has a nice layer of bug splatter on the bumper, around the headlights, the grill area, the lip of the front of the hood there. No need to be cautious about anything up front here. It's safe for chrome, plastic trim, headlights, clear coat. You just simply let that sit on there for a minute or two, come in with a soft microfiber scrubbing pad, and go over the area, and then a thorough rinse to follow. The W5 is 100% biodegradable. It's pH neutral. If you're into scent from any of these cleaners or APCs, it has a nice lemon scent. It's citrus based, and it is safe for delicate trim and chrome parts. Because of its balance, it can be used on a variety of substrates, anything from carpets to wheels to engine bays. It's especially useful in interiors. No need to dilute whatsoever. It's great on vinyl and leather seats, as well as dash, center console, any kind of plastic trim. It's recommended either straight up for quick results or cut 100-to-1 and let dwell 5 to 10 minutes for a more gentle cleaning. So we'll speed up the drying here in the front end of this vehicle with some forced air, and we'll come in and take a look. Those bugs are completely gone. So I tested in just about every area that you could use an APC on a vehicle, and it worked well and it worked safely, especially here inside the gas cap. As soon as you spray it on, you could see a reaction as the suds turn, light brown as it's starting to break down and lift some of that dirt. Now this is all loose dirt in here, nothing really hardcore to talk about. So all you really do is agitate with a detailing brush and give a thorough rinse. But you definitely don't have to worry about the product getting on the clear coat, or if it drips down onto plastic trim, black or gray plastic trim, it will not stain. Okay, so we'll step it up a little bit, get to some hard areas to clean up. The wheel is really, wheel and tire is pretty bad, but the inner fender well, it has a real thick coating of muck and grime, and we're going to see if we can break that down, get that out of there. We're going to see if we can get some of the baked on brake dust off there as well. The product is 100% here, and it's going to be applied with a generous amount. We will quickly agitate with a wheel brush. The bristles aren't really that hard on this thing, not very aggressive. But we'll go over the tire and the wheel and the inner fender well. We'll see what we can knock loose. On the floor already is a sizable puddle of mud and dirt that the product has broken down and taken off the car. And it's pretty impressive there, and it's really doing a decent job on the wheel. Let's see what we can do for the inner fender well. Before I rinse though, I'm going to grab a little pad here and go over the area where the brake dust was baked on in the inside of the spokes here. Then we'll give it a thorough rinse. Alright, let's get in there and see what it has done. This actually has been the most impressive part of the testing so far. The wheel itself came out decent, except for a couple spots here and there of bonded contaminants. Tire came out okay, but it's the inner fender well that had that caked on layer of crud that came out really well. Really pleased with that. Alright, let's move on to carpets. We'll grab a floor mat. We'll run a stripe right up the middle of it. We'll just grab a brush. We'll agitate a little bit. We'll mop it off with an old towel here, and we'll see what it does. I was kind of anxious to see what this did as a spotter, and it does pretty well. I use APCs for spotting sometimes, so that's good to know. We'll move on to leather seats here. A medium bristle brush this time to start off, and we'll pick a spot on this panel here and agitate a little bit. We'll just dab off the spent product and see what it's done. Okay, that little spot came out perfectly clean there. I'm going to grab a softer brush, almost one of the softest ones that I have, and I'll pick another panel and try again. Again, it did good. I'm going to pick one more spot up here in the dirtiest part of the seat before we wrap up this video. If it works good here, as it does, you can imagine it will work well with that yellow leather scrub brush that I just had in a video not too long ago. That would be a great combo. Alright guys, so again that was the GTECHNIQ W5 Citrus all-purpose cleaner. A perfect balance, really. It has enough cutting power to get a lot of work done on your vehicle, but yet it's also safe for your waxes, your sealants, your ceramic coatings, and it is a great addition, I believe, to anybody's arsenal. You have your strong, we went over dozens and dozens of APCs and degreasers that are strong enough to cut through your toughest dirt and grime. You also need one that's careful enough to take care of coatings and waxes and still be able to take care of some nasty stuff on a car. So this is another one you can look into if you want. I will put a link down below. If you have any questions on it, don't hesitate to ask. Brian from Apex Detail. We'll catch you in the next video.